If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what's one skill that you can learn that'll help you be better with no matter what you do in life? This is an important question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to life for HVAC technician sales secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. So here's the thing. I will get technicians, salespeople come to me and say, hey, Scott, what's something that I could do to be better at my job so that I can make more money and I could get more raises? And I say, hey, learn how to work with difficult people. They're no. Scott, I want to make more money. And my answer is learn how to work with difficult people. And the reason for this is everybody's fighting for the easy sale. Everybody wants the mythical laydown. Everybody wants that person who's just going to say yes to everything. And that's probably about, let's say 7 to 10% of the population. Okay. 7 to 10%. So 1 out of 10 calls that you go to may be this mythical creature, mythical buyer, mythical person that just says yes to everything and buys everything. You've got 90% of the population left. Now, there's a couple of elements that are to your favor when you know how to do this, because if you can work with any type of person, you're probably going to close an extra, let's say 10 to 20% of the marketplace easier because everybody else gives up. This is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. And you say, hey, Scott, well, how do I get better at dealing with difficult people? And the first thing is patience, right? The first thing is patience. And one of the things that you could do is you could take really good notes when you're talking to people. And that helps slow the process down. You know, so when you say that you're upset about the capacitor failing, do you mean when you shared with me earlier and told me about that the technician before was a big jerk? Did you mean, you know, your job is to diffuse the situation by taking time. Time is always on your side. And if you can do these things, what you're going to find is you start becoming more and more requested. Hey, let's send Scott out there. He can deal with it. So you do have to have a conversation with the office, or you're going to spend a ton of time chasing down difficult people. Like, I don't mind dealing with difficult people, but it's not the only group of people that I want to deal with. Right? If you're going to put me in a position where I'm dealing with difficult people and everybody else is not dealing with difficult people, there's time that it takes, right? There's time delay for dealing with difficult people because they got to tell their story, not once, not twice, typically 3 times. They want to blame you for everything. They want to complain. And so that might be their way of building rapport. And that's the thing that you need to know. Next up, you should be reading books on conflict resolution or getting books on Audible on conflict resolution. There's probably about 40 or 50 of them. Find the ones that are top rated and just find ways to diffuse situations. I'm going to give you an example of something that you probably wouldn't think of. Third is meditate, right? Find some headspace, slow down whatever's going on and learn how to breathe. I was just watching videos the other day and they were talking about 2-step breathing when you're stressed out. So you breathe in, and then when you get to the top of your breath, you breathe in a little bit more through your nose, and then you blow out. And you're like, hey, Scott, I'm going to be with a buyer. How do I do that? Well, let's say that they're upset with you about everything that's going on, and you're able to go out and take a look at the equipment. You're able to go up in the attic. You're able to go down in the basement. You're able to go out to your car for a second. Just do a couple of reps of 2-step breaths. It doesn't mean it's going to solve everything, but it's going to help relax you. I'm not a doctor, not a physical therapist, but I look for every single way to give myself any type of advantage possible. And, you know, you may go in for a job interview and somebody goes, well, I've got another guy who's got similar numbers. You know, fantastic. I specialize in dealing with difficult people. Does he? Like, this is a bragging right. Like, if you ever wanted a bragging right, you could talk about dealing with difficult people, but like in a job interview situation, you'd be like, that's not the only type of person that I want to deal with. Right? I want that one, that mythical creature. I want that lay down too. But if all you're going to do is give me difficult people, then I want to be compensated for it because there's a disparity of what's going on here. Learn how to deal with difficult people, impossible people, and it'll increase your skills to deal with people who are easy to deal with. There you go. You got 1 of 2 things to do from here. 1 or 2, right? 1 or 2. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. Every time I send a video, you'll get an update that says HVAC Technician Sales Secrets and another fantastic video, or hit follow. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.